welcome to Naya's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Welcome in, welcome back if you are a subscriber, okay? So today we're going to be doing what blessings are coming to you this summer. I feel like the summer equinox was like a couple weeks ago, right? And we just started summer. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see. Yeah, the giveaway is over, babe. By the time I post this video, the giveaway is over. So I will probably announce the winner in the next video. So other than that, let me put this on mute because I don't have time for this to be going off while I'm trying to record. You guys can go ahead and choose your photos. Hey, Pal One, welcome into your reading. I am This is Naya's Notes, and I'm your host, AniyahJelisa. Let's get into it. I am recording this like literally at like 11 o'clock Monday night. So by the time I post this, the giveaway will be over. I will announce the giveaway winner in my next video, okay? If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, join the team, all right? What else? If the video resonates, then definitely like as you're watching. Other than that, let's get into it. If you want to book a personal, you can do so with the link down below in the bio. Also, just so you guys know, when you do book with me, you will get a confirmation email, and after that you actually have to go into the email to fill out your form. Sometimes clients will book a reading and not actually open the confirmation email, thus never filling out the link and then not being able to get their reading. And of course, I'll always contact you guys and try to get you to fill it out, but I mean, if you don't respond, there's nothing for me to I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't do anything. After you book, you'll get a link to a form where you fill out pretty much your information, and like you choose your topic and you ask whatever question. So it's like if you don't fill out the form, then I have no idea what topic you want, what question you want, you know, things like that. So definitely make sure to check your email and fill out that form after booking with me, okay? Again, I'll reach out to you if you forget about it, but you know, if I reach out and you don't ever get back to me, there's nothing I can do. I don't know. So anyways, let's see. First out, we have Death. Boom. Scorpio energy. Spirit, what blessings are coming to my first pile this summer? What blessings are coming to pile one this summer? We've got the Hermit. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Pentacles. And we've got the Six of Cups. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands reversed, as well as the Three of Cups. So for you all, I actually feel like you all, the blessing that's going to be coming to you all based on these cards, which is a very interesting spread. I think that you all are going to be like downsizing your life or consolidating your life so that things will be easier for you in the long term, and so that you don't have to fight so hard for your stability and for like the things that you want to do. I feel like a lot of you guys could be moving back in with family, especially with us having like the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. Some of you guys could be moving back in with your parents and moving back in with family members so that you can save money, okay? Some of you guys could also be just deciding to save money or like stay at home, not really go out as much with the Hermit and the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Wands reversed, I feel like previously you guys have felt like you really had to like fight for whatever it is that you wanted. So like you could have moved out and like you really wanted to move into a big city, and so you moved to a big city and you made your memories there. It was fun, but you probably had to work a lot harder or hustle a lot more in order to pay for it. Or it could really be anything. Like some of you guys could have wanted a nice car, so you got a nice car, but you had to really bust your ass to make your car note. Or even if you're not moving out of your hometown, even if you just wanted to be in a nicer apartment or a bigger house in your hometown, you got that, you wanted it, but you were again like really having to hustle in order to keep up with the payments. There's something here about like kind of living outside of your means at a point in time, like where you were living a lifestyle that was just like draining you. Like there were some things about it that were nice on the outside, but like behind closed doors, it was kind of bringing you stress, trying to keep up with everything. And so I think that this summer, the blessing that's coming to you is the opportunity to lean on other people for support and like be able to downgrade or downsize, not even downgrade, but more so downsize your lifestyle so that you can have an easier lifestyle so that you don't have to work so hard. With the death card, I feel like there's like an ending to a period of struggle. But it's interesting because I feel like this period of struggle is like also combined with like opulence at the same time. It's kind of like, and this is no shade, I'm just a messenger, but it's kind of giving the energy that you guys might have been trying to keep up with the Joneses, or you were just spending too much money, to be honest. Like, that's what it's giving, that you were just spending too much money. You were trying to keep up with the lifestyle that maybe, like I said, it was just hard for you. It wasn't easy for you to live that lifestyle. Some people around you could have had an easier time living that lifestyle because maybe they just had different resources than you. And I think that, again, overall, it was just bringing you a lot of stress. And I think that after like some period of like some solitude or some time spent just really thinking about it, you kind of realize like, you know what? I actually would be happier off if I went to go live with my parents, or I moved into a smaller home or a smaller apartment, or I just traded in my luxury vehicle for a regular vehicle, and so my car note is much lower now. And yeah, maybe I don't have the glitz and the glam anymore, but I'm actually at peace. I don't have to worry about money, because of the Five of Pentacles, I feel like y'all used to be stressed about money. And like I said, you feel like you had to like literally fight for your life to keep up with something. And the blessing is that you won't have to do that anymore. And I also feel like with you downsizing, you're going to also, one, have more time, like more free time to actually spend alone and actually do the things that you want to do, like work on things that you want to work on. So for some of you, it's like you could have, let's say you were living somewhere where the rent was high, and so you needed 2 jobs to pay the rent and, you know, still be able to live the lifestyle that you wanted to live. Whereas if you get a smaller apartment and maybe, you know, a little bit out further from the big city, then, you know, you're technically downgrading, but now you can afford to pay all of your bills with 1 job. And so now you have way more free time to, you know, spend time with yourself, but also with the Three of Cups, spend time with your friends. Or maybe this could also be something where you were, maybe it wasn't necessarily like a particular thing, like an apartment, home, or a car that was kind of making you stressed about money. It could be just your lifestyle in general. Like maybe you used to be the type to like go out all the time or go out every weekend, and this summer you kind of are staying more in the house and saving money in that way. Or maybe coming up with more creative ways to socialize and spend time with people, and so you're still saving in that way. With the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you're really focused on building this summer. Like I feel like this is a summer where you're really trying to build and trying to change the trajectory of your life. You could also be saving for something. Like you could be downsizing on purpose so that you could save for something even bigger. So for example, this could be you, let's say you used to live in a luxury apartment. You could decide, you know what, I'm going to move back in with my parents, or I'm going to get a regular apartment further from the city so that I can pay less in rent, and I'm going to, instead of paying for a high rise, I'm going to save up for a house. Or this could be a car thing where, you know what, I'm going to drive just a cash car around for a year, and then next time I get a luxury vehicle, I'm going to pay more upfront so that my car note is lower, so I can still have a luxury vehicle without having a super huge monthly payment. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Okay. For some of you guys, I'm also getting that this is about school, and maybe you're wanting to downsize your lifestyle so that you can focus on school without having to worry about working as much. Okay. So yeah, overall for you all, I feel like the main blessing that's going to be coming to you this summer is a peace of mind. A peace of mind, and like not having, like I said, not having to work so hard, not having to put in so much effort or so much work. Definitely like downsizing something so that you can do more with what you have without having to like stretch yourself so thin or stretch your finances so thin. You could be, and because of this, you could be saving a lot of money this summer. I really see you guys saving a lot of money. Like I see your savings account growing expeditiously this summer. And obviously that's going to bring you guys, that's a blessing, right? So let's see, I'm going to pull from my Oracle deck that I made. Spirit, what blessings are coming to Pile 1 this summer? What blessings, this is her. What blessings are coming to Pile 1 this summer? Go ahead and like the video if it's resonating so far. Okay. First up, we have Leo. So yeah, Leo is a sign that is known to be opulent, flashy. So you guys could definitely have been the type to just want to do flashy thing. Y'all could even, it could have even been a shopping thing where it's like you always want to have the latest handbag, the latest shoes. You always want to go on a trip. You always want to do this and do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, it just felt like you were kind of struggling to keep up. And so this summer you would be like, you know what? I don't care if I'm not doing all that, you know, flashy luxury stuff. I don't care what people think about me. I want to have peace of mind. I want to have a real savings account. I want to watch my savings account grow and not just overspend everything. Because Leo can have the tendency to like, Leos can tend to attract a lot of money, but then also blow it. Like Leo can be that person who, you know, spend a check and get it right back. And it's like, that mentality is cool sometimes. It depends, you know, because everybody's different. So some people when you're like super frugal and you're scared to spend money, then yes, it can be beneficial to have that mindset of like it's okay to spend the money because it's gonna come back. But then sometimes people get too caught up in like, oh, I can just spend whatever because it's gonna come back. And then sometimes it don't come back as fast as you wanted to or in as much as you wanted to, and then now you're stuck struggling. So I think that you all were definitely that type, and you're learning more how to reel it in, okay? Especially with like us having Leo and then Virgo here with the Hermit. I think that's one of like, you know, you all know how like in astrology, like each sign learns something and it progresses in a bit from the last one. And I think that, you know, Leo comes right before Virgo. Virgo is more practical. Virgo knows how to budget. I'm specifically thinking about the second house in astrology, because your second house rules like your personal finances. So you guys could want to look up where your second house is and or what sign rules your second house, and that can help you to understand like how you're going to be able to really manage your finances. This is making me think about somebody who has Leo in the second house can have the tendency to overspend their money. They can have the tendency to make a lot of money in life, but then also splurge or overspend and then kind of end up in fucked up positions because, you know, they get so used to all this money coming in that they think it's going to always be like that. And then, you know, in life, nothing is ever always like anything. So, you know, whereas people who have Virgo in the second house tend to be people who budget and save and who are a bit more particular about how they spend their money. Okay. Just even the concept of like an earth sign versus a fire sign in that way. So yeah, I see you guys just becoming more stable this summer financially. We have every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. I think you guys have learned from your mistakes, to be honest. I think you guys have learned from I really do think this group is about money. Obviously, if you're still watching here and you feel like this is not about you, then maybe choose another power. It's not your reading. But yeah, I think you guys have been through, and we have, do you know, you have 30 minutes? 30, yes. I think you guys have learned from your mistakes. I think that's what it is. I think that. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Scorpio. We have Scorpio twice. So you guys could definitely have prominent Scorpio placements. You don't have to. But with the Scorpio, it's also about death and like learning from your mistakes, learning when to like let this, when to let something die. And in this case, it's a habit of overspending. It's a habit of living above your means or wanting to keep up with the Joneses and, you know, thus creating stress for yourself when you don't have to be stressed out, you know? So with the, do you know you have 30 minutes? I feel like you were just letting money slip through your fingers, to be honest. I feel like you were the type to like, as soon as you get some money, you got to spend it, like as soon. And I think that this summer, and again, with the everyday the sun won't shine, but this is why I love tomorrow, I think you guys have experienced the hardship that comes with that. I think you've experienced being down bad. I think you've experienced being in debt. I think you've experienced having to borrow some money or having to wait until you get paid again, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, giving yourself bills that you can't keep up with. This is really specific. Some of you guys could have experienced an eviction. You could have experienced like homelessness or getting your car repoed. Like, I feel like you guys have, you know, you've lived life in a sense where you've lived a certain lifestyle, you've touched a certain amount of money and you spent the money, and you've also experienced the downside of that when you get used to that and the money doesn't stay the same, or, you know, things happen, things change, and you've learned your lesson. And so this summer you're going into it a lot more practical. You probably are going to start budgeting. Like I said, you might downsize your lifestyle so that you can more easily afford it, so that you can actually have some disposable income left over as like a safety net and a cushion. I think you guys are really going to be taking saving and investing way more seriously this summer. Okay, so that's what I have for you. So if you're from Pile 1, comment saving, because you guys are definitely going to be saving, stacking up your bread, living a more comfortable lifestyle. It might not be as bougie of a lifestyle, but you will be more comfortable. You're not going to have to worry about money. You're not going to be stressed about money anymore. And that's a blessing, okay? So that's what I have for you guys. Go ahead and like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed. Other than that, I love you guys and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, Pal 2, welcome to your reading. My name is AniyahJelisa. You're here on Nayar's Note. Nayar? I mean, I'm a little country, but girl, that was a bit much. Okay. Welcome to Nayar's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Today we're going to be doing what blessings are coming to you this summer. Okay. The giveaway is officially ended. By the time I post this, it'll be July 7th. So I will announce the winner in my next video. So definitely subscribe, stay tuned to see if you won the contest. Other than that, like, let's just get into it. I don't think I have anything else to say. So Spirit, what blessings are coming for Pile 2 this summer? First out, we have the Page of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Magician. And one more card, please. Let's see. And we have the King of Swords. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed and the Wheel of Fortune. I think this summer you guys are going to be really taking a big leap of faith and making a big decision to do something different, to shake up your life. With the Nine of Wands reversed and the Eight of Pentacles reversed, I feel like you used to be in this very defensive energy when it came to like your lifestyle and money and like how you saw yourself making money or how you saw yourself having stability. And I think that you used to be the kind of person who felt like you could only have a lot of money if you were working really hard, or if you were maybe in a career that is not something that you're passionate about. Like this could be something where like maybe you were raised to go to school and get a job in corporate, whether it's, I don't know, tech, law, healthcare, whatever, like, and you know, the careers that they say are typically like well-paying careers, even if they may not be, you know, your passion. And so you might have been working in something for a long time just to pay the bills or just to make money. But there's always, I feel like, a longing within you to do something else. Because I feel like you guys, with the Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands and the Magician, I feel like you guys are somebody who is very creative, very artistic. There is something that you have passions within. Even with the King of Swords, you guys could like to communicate. Some of you guys could want to be content creators, start podcasts, or monetize or create a business based off of some type of art that you do. That could be photography. I'm seeing pottery, fashion, really anything. Some of you guys are magicians. Some of you guys want to have a business, you know, doing spell work or doing work for people in that way, or maybe being a tarot reader or something like that. Like, there's definitely something here about you all always feeling connected to the higher realms and always feeling connected to art. You guys could have prominent fifth house placements in your astrology chart, or maybe your fifth house is ruled by a sign that is also naturally creative. So it's like there's like that double whammy of creative energy for you. You could also have Mars in a sign that is kind of creative. So I'm getting like you could have Mars in like Pisces, Virgo, Leo, Taurus, Libra, things like that. Don't have to be, but Cancer. You know, like there's just this energy here with you where it's like, I feel like you've always wanted to do something creative, but again, like you were really dead set. And also you were raised like this, so it's not fully like your fault or anything, but I just think you were dead set on like, no, like I have to just work my job and like that's it. But I think that this summer you're going to really be finally getting the boost that you need and finally deciding to try something different. And this doesn't even mean, even with the Eight of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Wands reversed, some of you guys could be quitting your job to pursue something else creatively this summer, or you could be taking a sabbatical this summer, or where you like, you'll go back to work eventually, but you're going to like give yourself a certain amount of time to just focus on being creative or just focus on living. Some of you guys could also want to travel here as well. And maybe it's not about you trying to like switch careers, but it's just that you were working so much that you didn't really have time to travel. And so you might be taking a sabbatical or taking a longer vacation this summer to just live life, you know, and like just enjoy your life without always feeling like you have to be working. With the Wheel of Fortune here, and then underneath that we have Strength. I do feel like there's going to be something, even if you guys have already decided on this, I do feel like there's going to be something that kind of really pushes you forward with that, especially with Uranus about to go into Gemini literally tomorrow as I'm recording this. You guys could be getting, you could check what house Gemini is in your chart, and I do feel like, you know, there's going to be, Uranus is a sign of like unexpected things. So, you know, some things unexpected there could be some unexpected negative things, and I think that, you know, that's what people are kind of like focused on. But I think that Uranus will also bring unexpected blessings and miracles as well. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune represents. So I think whatever house you guys have Gemini ruling, you could experience some positive, unexpected blessings there, especially with the King of Swords here too. Like, I just feel like there's something here about like the way that you're communicating with people, the way that you're interacting with people, and also the way that you're like shifting your focus or shifting your perspective of like what you are allowed to do or what you are allowed to have in this lifetime. Something about that is going to be changing, and it's going to be opening up doors for you to explore your opportunities when it comes to something creative or spiritual. And I do think that this is something that you can make money from too. Like, that's where I feel like the Eight of Pentacles is reversed. It's like in the Nine of Wands. Because I feel like you just have always had to separate your career from your passions, or like you've always hated the jobs that you worked. But I feel like this summer you're going to have the opportunity to finally enjoy what you do for a living, or at the very least start to recognize that you can do something else for a living and start working towards that. So this could be, for example, like I said, you could be taking a sabbatical. This could also be something where you realize that you want to start a business. And so you start a business this summer based on something that you like to do, and it does well. And you end up making a lot of connections. You end up having lots of clients and selling lots of products or services. And it just opens and expands your mind to what all you can really have in this life, okay? I think this summer you guys are going to be really seeing your potential more. And it could even be with other people, like, seeing that for you. Like, you could be getting scouted this summer, or somebody could see your work. Like, you could post something that you did and it ends up going viral, and then you weren't even planning on starting a business, but you did. Because I know somebody, when I was in high school, I had a friend who she could draw, but she just never really took it that serious, because of course everybody told her that, you know, art isn't lucrative, so, you know, just focus on school or whatever. But she ended up just taking some time to just draw, and she ended up making these drawings that were really cool, and she posted them on Twitter, and they went viral on Twitter. And so people started trying to buy commissions from her, and next thing you know, she was running an art business and was taking commissions, even though, like, but previously she felt like that was unrealistic, you know what I mean? And it just happened for her, literally like a random thing. Like, she just posted her art on her page like normal, not expecting really that much interaction, and it went viral. You know, like I said, that Uranus and Gemini, that Uranus and Gemini energy, okay? So definitely check your chart to see where you're, like, check out your 5th house, and then check out where you have Gemini. And now, for those of you, if your 5th house is ruled by Gemini, definitely expect some unexpected blessings in terms of your creativity, okay? That could also mean unexpected pregnancy, though. So if you don't want no kids, be careful. All right, let's go ahead and pull something from my deck and see what we can get. Spirit, what blessings are coming to pile 2 this summer? First out, we have Aquarius. So the internet could definitely be significant. Air signs, we do have the King of Swords here. So you guys could have prominent Aquarius placements. You don't have to. Your 5th house could be in Aquarius. But yeah, with the Aquarius here, I feel like there's definitely something this summer about you guys getting out of the box, because Aquarius is about being unconventional, ahead of their time, the rebellious one, the one who doesn't stick to or conform to, like, society's rules and standards. So you guys could definitely be doing something. You could be going on a eccentric path this summer, trying something that you were always told was unrealistic, or that people don't tend to get the opportunity to do, or something that people don't take seriously enough to try to pursue. You could be experiencing that. And I also feel like the internet with Aquarius here and, like, the Gemini energy, I feel like the internet is going to have a lot to do with your specific, like, glow up and your specific opportunities. Because, like I said, like, I haven't thought about that girl or, like, that example of, like, the art thing in years. I have never mentioned that in any other reading. So the fact that that was the message that came to me, I feel like you guys could literally end up going viral this summer. Or, like I said, like, sharing your work in some kind of way, and that creating opportunities for you. Some of you guys could go viral. I don't want to just sit here and say everybody's going to go viral, but some of you guys could literally go viral by posting whatever it is that you do this summer. And for even those of you who may not go viral, you might still end up creating a fan base or an audience for your work through the internet, okay? So if you guys are not already posting, or if you were thinking about posting, maybe you haven't done it yet, this is your sign for sure. Those of you who already have been doing it, take this as further confirmation that you're on the right track by posting your work, okay? Let's see. Spirit, what blessings are coming to pile 2 this summer? I think I want to marry you. Ooh, and we do have the Ace of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So somebody could be coming towards you this summer that you end up in a long-term relationship with. And we have the King of Swords too. So there's actually potential here for you to meet somebody this summer who you end up in a long-term relationship with. Or if you already are in a long-term relationship with somebody, especially if that person or you have prominent Aquarius placements, then you guys could be getting proposed to or married this summer, okay? Yo, congratulations. We love love around here, okay? Let's see. We have you trigger my insecurities. I'm going to put that back, actually. That has nothing to do with blessings. The book. Stay on topic. We have let's be friends. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you guys are going to be like, something about you actually deciding to take yourself seriously by actually doing what it is that you do, and then posting it online is going to give you connections that help you to, like, be able to eventually do this thing for work, or not have to work so many hours at your job. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be a thing where every single one of you watching this is going to just go from having to work a job to your business blowing up overnight and you able to quit your job this summer. For some of you, that's not going to be the case. Some of you, it's going to be more of a slower, more practical type of thing where you start the business is doing well, it's your second source of income, and it's going to take time before it replaces your job, but you'll still at least have, you'll still at least create a second source of income for yourself. And give yourself opportunities outside of your job, okay? And also meeting people. Like, some of these people that you meet are definitely going to be business connections, but some of them I feel like are also going to end up being friends. Like, I have friends that I like made from when I was first doing readings back in 2020, because I've always been the type to attract other artists and creatives even through my clients, and I have made friends with these people, you know what I'm saying? So there's friends that I have to this day who initially started out as my client years ago. So it could be something like that too, where it's not just strictly business, it's also friends, okay? Because I'm also getting that you guys could be meeting people who are more open-minded like you, because you come across very open-minded, somebody who doesn't always just want to fit into society's box, but maybe your family or like the people that you're around mostly are those kind of traditional people. And I think you are attracting more people who are more creative and open-minded and more spiritual like you as well this summer. I want to get to more, because why not? We have get ready to move. So yeah, some of y'all could be definitely moving if that's something that you want to do this summer. Like I said, a sabbatical. Some of y'all could be moving, relocating, taking a long vacation. There's definitely something here about like travel. Yeah. Even with the get ready to move, for some of you, I feel like some people could be moving, but I more so feel like it's just about travel in general. Like, I definitely feel like there's going to be some long vacations this summer. Relocating. Some of y'all could even be getting a job where it's like, it's technically a job, but it's a job in the field that you want, and you'll have to move for your job. Okay. Let's see. And then lastly, we have Virgo. Some of you guys could have prominent Virgo placements. I think this summer you're also going to be, you're going to have a plan. Yeah, with the King of Swords, it's like you're going to have a plan. The King of Swords and the Magician. It's like you're not just... The Page of Wands and the Ace of Cups, you know, these cards talk about inspiration, new opportunities, and emotional, or in the emotional or the love aspect, the relationship aspect, but also creativity and arts. I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of inspiration this summer, but it's not going to just stop there. Like, I feel like you guys are going to be really inspired, and you're also going to have a plan. You're also going to have a course of action that you want to take, because Virgo is a sign that Virgo in its detriment, or when it's in its unhealed version, can be pessimistic, pessimistic, and be a perfectionist to the point where they're overthinking it so much that they're not even doing anything. But a Virgo who is healed really knows how to get shit done. A Virgo who is healed really knows how to, they have an idea, they know how to make a plan for it to execute. They know how to sit there and count out steps 1 through 10 on how to do this thing. And so I feel like you guys are going to be really executing on that energy this summer. And overall, you're going to end up creating something for yourself, whether it's a business, whether it's network projects. You're going to be able to do something this summer that is going to allow you to build upon your passions, allow you to build upon the things that you actually want to share, and things that are actually important to you to express outside of just like making money, you know? So that's what I have for you, Pile 2. If you made it to the end of Pile 2, then comment creativity, because you guys are going to be able to really express your creativity this summer. You guys are going to be having fun in relationships, meeting new people, deepening relationships that you already have, potentially traveling, potentially moving, getting new opportunities, starting a business. Your business is going to expand, things like that all around. So you guys are going to have a great summer, period. Okay, definitely give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoy it. And again, comment creativity if you're from Pile 2. Other than that, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Naya's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Today was the last day to enter into the giveaway for a free 1-hour reading, $100 value. Yeah, lucky winner. I'm going to be announcing the winner on my next video, because I'm going to choose the winner tomorrow. I'm going to put everybody's names who commented under that post into a random generator, and whoever gets chosen, I will let y'all know on the next video, okay? And I will be contacting you guys through email, I think. I have to figure out what, like, how I can, I'll probably have to message you on YouTube or see if I can access your email. I don't know if that's like public information or anything, but I'll figure it out. I'll message whoever it is, you know. Anyways, other than that, let's get into it. So yeah, I wanted to do this topic because I feel like my last couple of topics have been about other people and like how other people are viewing you, which is cool. We still learned a lot about ourselves through that, but I want to do something just about you. Just about you. We're gonna keep the focus on you today. You guys might be more my talkative people, because I haven't been talking to the other pals this much in terms like outside of the reading. So y'all might be my happy jolly group. But let's see. Spirit, what blessings are coming to Pile 3 this summer? What blessings are coming to Pile 3 this summer? Also, while I'm waiting for the cards to come out, first we do have the Two of Pentacles. If you guys book a reading with me, please be sure to click the link in the confirmation email. Please open the confirmation email because there is a link to a form that I send all of my clients that I want you guys to fill out in order for me to do your reading. So if you go ahead and click the confirmation email, open it up, actually click the link to the form and fill it out, you'll get your reading back much faster than if I go to do your reading and I realize you didn't fill out the form, then I have to email you and ask you to fill out the form, then you gotta wait till you see my email and then, you know, fill it out later, and it's just like prolonging the time, okay? So anyways, next we have the 10 of Wands. So just keep that in mind when you guys are booking. It doesn't really ever bother me, but I know it just makes you take longer to get your reading back, and I don't want that, so yeah. Let's see. Oh, we have the 8 of Cups. 2 more cards, please, Spirit. Whoa, why do you keep falling on the floor? 3 of Pentacles reversed. Let me cover her up. 3 of Pentacles reversed. And Spirit, 1 more card, please, for my pile 3. We have the 2 of Wands. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. I feel like this summer, you guys are standing on business. You guys might have watched, y'all could have resonated with certain piles in my last reading. What was the last reading I did? How do you get under their skin? You guys could have resonated definitely with piles. I'm not even gonna say the piles. If you know, if you think you know, if you watch that reading and you think you know, then comment down below and then I'll let you know if you chose the right ones or not. But you guys could definitely have resonated with a couple piles in that reading. There's also a reading that I did on YouTube, on TikTok, like 2 days ago, about how do you stand on business. You guys could have watched that as well, because this is giving me like the same type of vibe. I feel like because this summer you guys are, your blessing is that you're standing on business. You're becoming a lot more assertive. With the 10 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, I feel like you could be somebody who was just used to carrying everybody's burdens, carrying everybody's load, helping everybody out, you know, just being really helpful. And I don't even feel like you were completely doing it from a place of people pleasing. I think there is partially a sense of like, you just cared. Because sometimes people pleasing can come in different forms or different fonts. Like there's some people who people please because they're literally just afraid to tell somebody no. Because they like, you know, they are craving, they're so desperate for the validation of that person that they don't want to tell anybody no, because they're going to get mad. They'll feel insecure or feel bad about themselves if somebody has a negative response to them saying no. Whereas for you, I don't really feel like you were doing it from a place of like insecurity or doubting yourself. I think you just genuinely are a kind-hearted person and you care about people, and so you were always willing to do a little bit of extra work or help this person here or give some advice there or lend a little money here or pick up your coworker's shift here, or, you know, come in on your off day because your manager acts like, you know, the store is just going to shit without you, you know, stuff like that. But I think that you're starting to realize that this energy that you be giving is not reciprocated. With 3 of Pentacles, I feel like you are realizing that the people that are around you, whether it's friends or even coworkers or family, peers in school, it's like you're just realizing that the people that are around you who you were going out of your way to help because you cared about them, they don't extend that same grace to you. They don't care about you as much. Like you're just realizing like you might be the person where, you know, all of your other coworkers come to work late, they come to work high, they come to work and be lazy. You show up to work on time, sober, and you're putting your best foot forward. And, you know, you're realizing that your coworkers who are lazy and who come to work high and late, they're still getting promotions before you. Or, you know, the manager lets them go home early, but you got to stay to work 8 hours, and they ask you, can you stay for a couple hours extra too? And so you end up pulling 12-hour days at work. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of one of those things where it's like, and I've learned this myself over the years, it's one of those things where you are just naturally good at what you, like, you know, y'all ever heard the saying, how you do one thing is how you do everything? You just might naturally be somebody who takes pride in what you do. Like, you're just the kind of person where you don't bullshit, you don't half-ass. So if you're gonna go to work, you're gonna go to work and you're gonna go to work. You're gonna work, right? You're gonna do the best that you can because that's just how you are. If you're gonna clean your kitchen, you're gonna clean the fuck out the kitchen because that's just what you're doing. I'm not here to straighten up, I'm gonna clean the kitchen. If you, I don't know, if you go on a walk, you're not gonna just walk for 5 minutes and turn around. You're gonna go on a real walk. You're gonna walk at least a mile. You're gonna walk at least for 15, 20 minutes. You're gonna walk until you really build up a sweat and really get some effort going. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just are types to, like, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it well. And that has ended up backfiring on you. I feel like where you end up being so good at what you do, or you end up being so helpful, you end up being so hardworking that people just end up putting all this extra shit on you because they feel like you can handle it. They feel like you're strong enough. They feel like you got it. You could, you know, you don't need any help, and you can just take on all their bullshit. And I think that you, at first, you were doing it because you take pride in your hard work. You take pride in how excellent you are at what you do. And also you care about people. So at first it wasn't really something that you might have noticed or something that might have really bothered you until you started to realize that it's not reciprocated. You could have experienced something where like I said, like you could have like lazy coworkers around you, and you're the one that's always carrying the team, and your coworkers are always calling out or they're always late. But when you were late one time, now they want to write you up. Or when you call out, now they're acting like, oh, you got to get rolled up, or they're acting like they don't want to let you take time off, even though you show up to work all the time, you barely ever take off. Or it could be a thing where somebody always asks you to pick up their shifts, and you say yes, but then the one time that you need them to pick up your shift, they acting like, oh, nah, I can't do that for you. Don't ever ask me to pick up a shift for you. And it's like, girl. Or like I said, some of y'all could have people around you. I bet you guys ran out of storage. But yeah, like you could also have experienced like people who are not as good as you at your job, or who don't contribute as much as you, getting raises and promotions before you. And so I feel like this summer, the blessing in this is that you're finally standing up. You're finally standing up, and you're finally walking away from all this bullshit. And we had the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. Y'all are not playing. Y'all are the type, like I feel like this summer y'all might be on some literally like quit your job and cuss them out on the way out type shit, literally. Like you guys are tired of like carrying all these burdens for other people. You're tired of doing all this work and not being recognized for it. And I think you're going to be exploring your options here with the 2 of Wands to see like what other spaces can I go where I'm going to be more appreciated. So you guys could be getting a new job this summer. You could be starting your own business. You could be, yeah, I definitely feel like a lot of you are going to be starting a new job. I don't necessarily see, some of you could be switching industries, but for most of you, I don't necessarily think that you're necessarily focused on switching industries, but I do see you all, excuse me, I do see you all switching companies, going somewhere where you're appreciated. So even if you're staying in the same industry, you could be trying to, you know, go get a job at a different company that's going to pay you higher, or that you just feel like you're going to be recognized more. Some of you guys could also be having experienced racial discrimination within your job, and so you're looking for a job where more of the people look like you, so that you don't have to worry about people discriminating against you, specifically those of you who are people of color, or if you have like an accent or something that's coming through as well, that, you know, people might try your intelligence because you have an accent or because English isn't your first language. Some of you guys, it could just be purely racial, where like you're Black or you're Asian or you're Hispanic or whatever, and you know, there's people who don't like that. And so, you know, they're kind of looking over you when it comes to promotions or raises, or just treating you fairly, but then still trying to take advantage of the work that you provide. So there's this energy here about you guys like standing up, standing on business, and getting the fuck on and going to where you're appreciated this summer, okay? So let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards. Spirit, what blessings are coming in for Pile 3 this summer? What blessings are coming in for Pile 3 this summer? Ooh. Okay. First, we have you trigger my insecurities. I'm not going to keep that because this is about the blessings, but I think that like some of you guys are in work environments where like people just are intimidated by you and they're just weird to you. And you're just trying to like, you're moving away from that. We also have, I have strong feelings for you. Okay. There could be a romantic prospect. You might be so focused on your job, you might be so focused on your career that you're not even thinking about love, and then boom, somebody finds you, you know? Love, you might have one of those experiences like love comes for you when you're not looking for it this summer. Because I do feel like you guys are really focused on your business. I'm not really getting that you guys are really focused on love, but I do see that, you know, it could come unexpectedly. We have every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. You guys could have resonated with a different pile too, because it's kind of starting to like, I'm kind of starting to see the similarities here. But yeah, I think you guys have just like, you've learned your lesson from just being underappreciated and your energy not being reciprocated, your value not being valued, like your work not being valued literally, and you're moving on from that, and you're like, you know what, this person might not have appreciated me, but I'm gonna move on to something better. And actually, this could be romantic. This could, for some of you guys, this could be heavily career focused. I do feel like there's a heavy career focus here, but for this could also be like your personal relationships, where you like, you know, I'm tired of having friends or having partners who don't reciprocate, and you're kind of staying on business. You might be cutting people off or walking away from people so that you can go pour your energy into yourself until you meet people who are like you, who are going to actually reciprocate the energy that you give, okay? You could be a natural giver, and you could be just around takers, and you're like, no, I need to find other people who are givers too. Yeah, we have you smart, you loyal. somebody's going to value you. I think overall this summer, like the blessing that's coming in is that you guys are going to see your own worth and value, and you're going to be walking away from people who don't value that. And then that is going to create a ripple effect and a change in your frequency, where you're going to be attracting people who see your value, who think that you're smart, who think that you're loyal, who think that you're a hard worker, who think that you're creative and intelligent, and they love that about you, and they actually want to pour into that, and they want to give you what you're worth. Whether that's a job, they want to actually pay you what you're worth, and they want to give you raises, they want to give you promotions. It could be friends who, you know, you cover the tab for them and they're not stingy, so next time they're going to cover the tab, and they appreciate that about you. Or this could be partners that you're dating, where it's like they appreciate that you maybe remember small things about them, and so they remember small things about you too. And they're just like, you're going to be meeting people who are able to match your energy, basically. But first, it's like you have to separate yourself from those who don't match your energy in order for that space to be open, in order for you to give off that new frequency, okay? And I feel like you all are doing that. So you're going to be seeing like an overall leveling up in terms of like the people around you and like how you're treated in the world this summer, because you're treating yourself better. So it's like people have no choice but to treat you better if they want to be around you, if they want to be in your energy, okay? Yeah, we have let's be friends. Literally, let's be friends. You guys are going to be meeting new people this summer, making new connections, meeting new people. These people, some of the people that you meet this summer are going to be in your life long term, I'm getting as well. Whether it's I'm gonna put this one back, but we do have I'm gaslighting you. So yeah, you could have experienced like in the past, like at work, or again friends or people that you were dating, just gaslighting you, like pretending like they didn't see your worth, pretending like they didn't realize that they were being selfish, pretending like they didn't realize that they were overlooking you. They knew what the fuck they were doing. They were just gonna take advantage of you as long as you let them, to be honest. That's just the truth. It's simple as that. I'm watching you from the shadows. Can y'all get the fuck on? I'm not gonna lie, y'all, as you move on, as you elevate, as you walk away from people and you move on to bigger and better, people are going to still be checking for you. They're still going to be looking at you. They're still going to be looking at your page. They're still going to be watching you. They're still going to be trying to keep tabs. People are going to be wishing down on you as well, and like hoping, like if you break up with somebody because you feel like, okay, I've told you multiple times that like I like going on consistent dates and you don't date me consistently, and so you break up with that person, they're gonna be like still watching your page from a fake page and like hoping that oh ain't nobody gonna date you, ain't nobody gonna do more for you than I do for you. It's not true. Somebody's definitely gonna do more for you, but they're gonna just be wishing or like convincing themselves that like that's never gonna happen. They're gonna convince themselves like they're the best that you could ever do. You know, if you leave a job, they're gonna act like, oh, you know, you're not gonna find anybody who's willing to pay you more than me. Yes, you are. But that's like the vibes. Like you might find that once you move on, you might have like some kind of stalker energy, or like people, not, I don't want to be dramatic saying stalker, but I just mean like people who are still going to be keeping tabs on you, even though they claim they don't like you, and they don't want to give you your value. They don't want to treat you in a way that you deserve to be treated. They don't want to pay you your worth. They don't want to match your energy, but they still want to keep you attached to them, and like they still want to check on you and check for you and wish negatively on your life. Just miserable people. So, you know, if you're elevating and you come across these people, or you hear some gossip or whatever, or you see them in your likes, or not your, they gonna hide from your likes, but if you see them in your story views or anything like that, just don't pay it any mind, okay? Let me get one more card. Spirit, blessings for pile 3. We have solo travel, and we do also have the Wands energy here, so you guys could definitely, and this card is like somebody literally walking away going on a hike. You guys could take a trip this summer, okay? It don't have to be solo. It could just be travel with friends, or you know, whoever really, but you guys could definitely be traveling this summer, spending time alone. I feel like you guys are going to just be getting deeper into your own personal energy, deeper into understanding your worth and your value. On the bottom of the deck, we have divine feminine energy, creativity, and fertility, okay? So that's what I have for you, pile 3. If you're from pile 3, comment elevation, because you guys are like overall going to be elevating your life this summer. If you like the video, definitely go ahead and hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Again, I will be posting the contest winner on my next video, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.